Hello everyone, it's Dr. Anjum Rashid. In this video, I will show you some common abnormalities of the peripheral blood smear, which will provide us clues as the etiology of some important pediatric hematological disorders. This is a normal peripheral blood smear. There are many RBCs, platelets, and a small lymphocyte. The RBCs are relatively uniform in size and shape. The diameter of a normal RBC should approximate that of nucleus of a small lymphocyte, and the central pallor should equal 1/3 of its diameter. This peripheral blood smear shows polychromasia. It is due to the premature release of immature RBCs, especially reticulocytes, from the bone marrow into the circulation. Now, the bluish color is due to RNA fragments, and this polychromasia is associated with hemolytic anemia, paroxysmal nocturnal hemoglobinuria, and radiation therapy. This smear shows Howell-Jolly bodies in RBCs. These are dark blue to purple round or oval bodies, and usually one is present per cell. These are composed of DNA. Howell-Jolly bodies are usually associated with splenectomy, hyposplenism, megaloblastic anemia, and hemolytic anemias. This smear shows megaloblastic anemia. Characteristic triad is oval macrocyte, hypersegmented neutrophils, and Howell-Jolly bodies. Megaloblastic anemia is caused by vitamin B12 deficiency and folate deficiency. In this smear, there are prominent teardrop cells, which are also known as dacrocytes. These are associated with primary myelofibrosis, thalassemia, and extramedullary hematopoiesis. This peripheral blood smear shows Hind's body. It is made by supravital stains. Now, Hind's body is a dark blue to purple inclusion in mature erythrocyte. These may be single or multiple, and these are composed of precipitated hemoglobin. These are usually associated with G6PD deficiency or unstable hemoglobin. This smear shows Pappenheimer bodies in RBCs. These are fine blue irregular granules present in form of clusters, and usually one cluster is present per cell. These are composed of iron, and these are usually associated with sideroblastic anemia, hemolytic anemia, splenectomy, and megaloblastic anemia. This smear shows echinocytes or Burr cells. These are RBCs with short, evenly spaced projections. In these cells, central pallor is present. Burr cells are associated with uremia, pyruvate kinase dehydrogenase deficiency, microangiopathic hemolytic anemia, and neonates. This smear shows acanthocytes, which are also known as Burr cells. In this, RBCs have irregularly spaced projections that vary in length, width, and number, and these RBCs are usually dense and they lack central pallor. These are associated with A-beta lipoproteinemia, severe liver disease, splenectomy, malabsorption, or hypothyroidism. This smear shows anisocytosis, that is variation in RBC diameter or volume. This means that the red cell distribution width is more than 14.5%. Anisocytosis is present in iron deficiency anemia, megaloblastic anemia, and hemolytic anemias. This is a peripheral blood smear of a patient with lead poisoning. It shows hypochromia, microcytosis, and prominent basophilic stippling in RBCs. This is a peripheral blood smear from a patient with iron deficiency anemia, and the characteristic findings are microcytosis, hypochromia, poikilocytosis, pencil cells, teardrop cells, and target cells. This smear shows basophilic stippling in two RBCs. These are multiple blue dots in RBC as a result of precipitated RNA throughout the cell. These are seen in heavy metal intoxication, thalassemia, iron deficiency anemia, and ineffective erythropoiesis. This is a peripheral blood smear from a patient with beta thalassemia major. Characteristic findings are variation in size and shape of RBCs, nucleated erythrocyte, microcytes, hypochromia, target cells, basophilic stippling, teardrop cells, schistocytes, and polychromasia. This is a smear from a patient with babesiosis. Now, it is important to differentiate it from malaria. The lack of pigment and absence of life cycle stages help differentiate Babesia species from Plasmodium falciparum. Another differentiating factor is the presence of extracellular organism that may be seen in Babesia but not in the Plasmodium falciparum infection. This is a peripheral blood smear of a healthy full-term newborn within first 12 hours of birth. There are distinct morphological changes which should be considered as physiological and not pathological. This include polychromasia, anisocytosis, macrocytes, echinocytes, spherocytes or nucleated RBCs. This peripheral smear is of a patient with hemolytic uremic syndrome. Characteristic findings are microangiopathic hemolytic anemia, schistocytes, helmet cells, and decreased number of platelets. This smear shows cigar-shaped erythrocytes, and these are characteristic findings in hereditary elliptocytosis. This smear is from a patient with chronic lymphocytic leukemia of small lymphocytic variety. This smear is of chronic lymphocytic leukemia of large lymphocytic variety. This smear shows malarial merocytes. Several of these have penetrated RBC membrane and entered cells. This peripheral smear is from a patient with A beta lipoproteinemia. There are many acanthocytes, that is spiculated thorny RBCs. Now this is a right stain peripheral blood smear from a patient with septicemic plaque. It shows bipolar safety pin staining of Yersinia pestis. This is a peripheral smear from a patient with chronic myelogenous leukemia. The findings are leukocytosis, precursor cells of myeloid lineage, basophilia, eosinophilia, and thrombocytosis. This is a smear from a patient with thrombotic thrombocytopenic purpura, and there are characteristic schistocytes, that is RBC fragments. This smear shows prominent microspherocytes. These are densely stained RBC with no central pallor. These are present in hereditary spherocytosis, autoimmune hemolytic anemia, and severe burn. This is a smear from a patient with cold agglutinin disease. In this, there are painful fingers and toes with purplish discoloration associated with cold exposure. The peripheral smear shows clumps of red blood cells. This is Casa-Besch-Merit syndrome, which is due to microangiopathic hemolytic anemia. The smear shows few schistocytes, hypochromia, and microcytosis. This is a peripheral smear from a patient with homozygous sickle cell disease. There are sickle cell, a nucleated RBC, and a red cell with oval jolly body. This is a peripheral blood smear from a patient with hemoglobin C trait. There are numerous target cells. Target cells are also seen in iron deficiency anemia, thalassemia, sickle cell disease, and liver disease. Thanks for watching dear. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel.